Smuggle pregnant women drifting in the sea for half a month. During the birth of the child, MIA used a variety of ways to open the container of tin, but looked at the endless sea into despair. MIA will throw the child's diapers into the sea, but found it attracted a lot of fish. MIA suddenly realized that the baby's diaper was the bait, and then began to insert the fish, but the limited technology, with only a few of the remaining strength, also failed to insert one. Exhausted, MIA collapsed over the container, but when he saw a plane flying past, he was once again tempted to call for help. MIA back to the container to get a mirror fragments, but in the return Butter did not pay attention to the container's iron slip hurt the thigh. He can only endure the pain first, with the reflection of the mirror to attract the attention of the plane, but because the distance is too far, finally can only watch the plane leave. In the lack of medical conditions in the sea, such a large area of trauma is a very dangerous thing. MIA, in order to stop the bleeding as soon as possible, can only forbear to drink a mouthful of liquor. The rest of the liquor poured in the wound. The pain made him almost faint, but MIA can only bite his teeth with self-made curved hook to sew the wound, and then made a fishnet with wires. Then the child's diaper was thrown down, and finally a silly fish was MIA successfully fell up. He directly ate up, only feel that the fish is unprecedented delicious, and then MIA refreshed, wrote some distress notes on the plastic lunchbox, and in turn lost in the sea. The sea water in the collector is also under Mia's supervision, and the water level has dropped a lot. In his spare time, he holds his children in his arms and holds up pictures of his family members. In order to warm the child at night, MIA also made a homemade alcohol lamp until the child fell asleep. She was about to rest when she heard a crash. MIA, while holding the alcohol lamp, while holding the child, came to the top of the container, but found that the lunchbox he lost during the day kept hitting the container, and the mobile phone that has been unable to unlock received a phone call from his husband. When MIA thought she could be saved, she was regretfully told by Nick that she could only rely on herself. Original Nick, ready to hide in the container, smuggled to the sea, but was found. On the way to escape was injured. He lost a lot of blood, very weak. Nick called just to leave a note. MIA hurriedly comfort her husband, then tell them that their little girl has been born. Finally, after the husband and wife are unwilling to say goodbye, MIA could not help but cry aloud. He took out of his pocket Nick had given the Snicker stand, cheer for himself. At this time the water level on the set soared. MIA can only stay above life with her daughter. She made a raft with a lunchbox, but found seabirds eating fish bones. MIA is thinking maybe can improve the food, but in the night he found that the container was leaking like crazy. MIA jumped into sea, but finally found no help. The container quickly sank. MIA out of the water, but think of her daughter lying on the raft, disappeared. He was anxious to find, but the Black Sea endless. Want to find a child is too difficult. But the sound of her daughter's cry showed MIA the way. After the mother and daughter meet again, MIA lay on the side looking at her daughter, desperate to say the last regret. He completely lost the hope of life. After the night passed, a fishing boat found the floating baby. The kind woman rescued the baby, and carefully found that the raft was still tied to a rope, and then the woman pulled the drowning MIA up with the help of her husband. With the help of good Samaritans, MIA woke up and immediately sat on the deck with her daughter in her arms, only to confirm that she was finally saved.